I guess 2 minutes will start the class. Remaining guys will join. And yesterday class note, just you can see one meanwhile. Just I'm displaying yesterday class notes. Just you can check the yesterday class notes. Yeah. If anyone is a new today, just today first class. Yesterday only first class started. So just you can check this class notes. Okay. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Is I able to see right? Core belongs to GTSC part, and second is open source versus license version. Open source versus license version. But check this point. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Hmm. Guys, can you hear me? Yeah, guys, please respond. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Guys, yesterday class we discussed about these points. If anyone is missed yesterday class, let me share the class notes link. Yeah. Yes, yesterday required session I will share you. Just you can check the required session for the yesterday class. YouTube.com. Yeah. Hmm? Core job by Ram 8 a.m. class. Core advanced 8 a.m. AST demo 2. This is like demo 2 guys yesterday class. Guys, I'm sharing the class notes using protectors.com/. Core 8 a.m. right? Guys, this is the class notes. Just try to check the class notes. Once you open this class notes, you ask the password. The password for this one is Java. JAVA is the password. In this link, we have the video links, guys, and I check the video links. Okay. Yeah, this is yesterday class link. Okay, today's are like third class, so a couple of demo class are completed, and today third class also day 3. Guys, we done the demo classes completed. The guys who are going to continue from Monday onwards, try to complete the formalities. Take the new link, guys. Complete the formalities and take the new link. Yeah, complete the fee payments, guys. Take the new link for the Monday class. Tomorrow no class, guys. Saturday, Sunday enjoy. Saturday, Sunday no class. Next class will be a Monday. The guys who are going to continue from Monday onwards, try to complete the formalities. Try to take the new link. Okay. Is it clear now? Yeah. There are video links, guys. There are video links. And day one, just demo class, guys. What is Java? We discussed. And day two, we started some introduction about our Java. And today also, day three, we'll go for some theory points, guys. Monday onwards, we'll start the practicals, guys. Monday onwards, we'll start the practicals. And coming to the day two today class. So last class, we done some features of Java, guys. Java is a core Java belongs to which part here? Yesterday, we discussed some features of Java. The first feature of Java is like okay, core Java belongs to which part, guys? Core Java belongs to JTSC part, the first point. And Java is next one is what? Open source technology. Second point. And we discussed third feature of Java is what? So Java is platform independent. Platform dependent, right? Sorry, platform independent, right? Java is a platform independent, guys. It supports like all operating systems, right? Exactly. Okay, Java belongs to GTSC part, so you're taking GTSC classes. Java is open source technology, so anyone can download it free of cost and anyone can use it freely. Java is a platform independent, so it means Java supports one operating system, or Java supports all operating systems. Definitely, Java supports what? All operating systems, right? Yeah, Java supports what? All operating systems, right? Exactly. Okay, these are 3 points we done yesterday class. So Java belongs to JTSC, Java is open source, and Java is a platform independent, right? Exactly. Guys, today we'll see some more information about your, some more points about your Java, some features of Java we will see. Yeah. To see the features of Java local disk key, core Java folder, let me open the core Java material. Some features, let me see. Java is like platform independent, guys. Definitely Java is a platform independent. Java is like architectural neutral, guys. The word itself like saying like architectural neutral. Guys, tell me what anyone knows like what do you mean architectural neutral? Java is architectural neutral. What is the meaning of architectural neutral? Architecture neutral means what? Hmm? Architecture neutral means yeah. Architecture means don't think like project architecture, guys. Architecture in the sense like hardware configurations. So today also let me go for some theory points. So Monday onwards we will start the practicals, guys. Monday onwards we will start the practicals. Today also we'll go with some theory points, right? Exactly. Guys, yesterday we discussed some features of Java. So what are the yesterday points we discussed? Like Courses belongs to JTSC, Java is open source, and Java is a platform independent, guys. Today the first point is like Java is architecture architecture neutral, guys. Java is architecture neutral means the meaning of architecture neutral is here architecture in the sense hardware configuration, guys. Here architecture means what? Hardware configurations. So what architecture neutral means? See, guys, once if we develop the application, guys, once if we develop the application using 512 MB RAM. Guys, so initial days we have the 512 MB RAM, 80 GB hard disk, something like that, right? Yeah. Guys, once we develop the application using 512 MB RAM and 80 GB hard disk, okay, that application will run on what? 8 GB RAM and 2 TB hard disk also, right? Exactly. Yes, so if we develop the application using one hardware configurations in the companies we are developing application using like 16 GB RAM systems and i7 processors and 2 TB hard disk, right? Those are configurations in the real time. But the guys who are using that application, maybe they're using some very less configuration system, which is like 512 MB RAM and 80 GB hard disk, right? Yeah, at any architecture, I design my application. That application supports what? That application will run on what? Any hardware configuration, right? That nature is called architectural neutral, guys. That nature is called architecture neutral. So yes, because some of the applications to run, we require some more configurations, right? If you take the gaming applications, to run this game means we require only i3 processor, i7 processor. If you take the Hadoop application will run in only high-end configurations, right? Exactly. Because but Java is what type of language here? Java is architecture neutral language. It means once we develop the application using one hardware configurations, that application can run on what? Because the application will run on what? Any hardware configurations, right? That nature is called architectural. Yes, that nature is called what? Architecture neutral, right? Exactly. Because once we develop the application, yeah, once we develop the application, once we develop the application, once we develop the application, once we develop the application using, yeah, once we develop the application using hardware configuration, using hardware configurations like 512 MB RAM, 512 MB RAM and 80 GB hard disk, 80 GB hard disk. That application will run in what? 80 GB hard disk HD, right? Yeah. Once we develop the application using hardware configuration like 512 MB RAM and 80 GB hard disk, guys, that application will run on what? That application will run on, yeah, that application will run on what? Um, any hardware configuration, right? Because any hardware configuration, guys, any hardware configuration, right? That nature is called like architecture neutral, guys. Here architecture means what? Hardware configuration, right? Once we develop the application using any hardware configuration, 512 MB RAM and 80 GB hard disk, that application will run on any hardware configuration, which is like 16 GB RAM. Yeah, 16 GB RAM and 2 TB hard disk also, right? 2 TB, yeah, 2 TB hard disk, right? Exactly, guys. Okay, so you got the clarity, right? Architecture neutral means. Architecture neutral means once we develop the application using any one hardware configurations. While developing application, we are using like some different configurations, but the application will run on what? That application will run on what? Any hardware configuration, right? That nature is called what, guys? Architectural. Yes, that nature is called what? Architectural neutral, right? Exactly. Okay, see, based on this point, like architecture neutral and Java is a platform independent. It means Java supports any operating system, right? Java supports any operating system under any hardware configurations, right? That Java application supports what? Java's application supports any operating system and what? Any hardware configuration, right? That's what we can say like Java is a portable language, guys. Because Java is portable. Because Java is a portable means what? Java supports like generally portable TVs, right? What is the meaning of portable TV? It's like comfortable, right? We can fix like anywhere and we can use comfortable, right? Exactly. So Java supports like any hardware configurations and Java supports like any operating system, right? Based on these 2 points, guys, we can conclude that Java is which language, guys? Here, portable language, right? Exactly. Because Java supports any hardware configuration. Java supports any hardware. Java supports any hardware configurations and huh? Java supports what? Any hardware configuration, any hardware configuration, and it supports all operating system, right? And supports, yeah, supports what? Supports all operating systems, right? Supports all operating system, guys. Java supports like any hardware configurations and supports all operating system. This makes like Java is what? Portable, right? This makes Java is what? Portable language, right? Exactly. Okay, this theory is important. So if you're expecting only practical means that's not good. First, before starting the practicals, Monday definitely start the practicals, not like 10 days after 10 days, 20 days we'll start the practicals. Monday we'll start the practicals, guys. First, just basic theory I have to give, right? Java is architecture neutral means what? At least you have to know like Java application will run on what? Any hardware configurations. Java is a portable language. Why they are saying Java is a portable means what? Java supports like all operating systems and all hardware configurations, right? That's what generally we can make it. This make Java is what? Portable, right? Because Java is definitely portable language. Java is definitely what? Portable language, right? Exactly. Good. The second feature of Java, guys. Java is architecture neutral language. Second is what? Java is what? A portable language, right? Java is like portable language, guys. Good. But coming third, definitely third one more feature of Java is like Java is object oriented, guys. Definitely Java is what? Object oriented, right? Exactly. Yes, Java is object oriented means what? This language, everything. See, all object oriented programming language, guys, deals with the class and objects. All object oriented, this point is important, guys. All object oriented programming languages deals with deals with what? Classes and objects. Because if you take any object oriented programming language, Python is object oriented, .NET is object oriented, Java is object oriented, Ruby is object oriented. These all object oriented programming languages. All object oriented programming language deals with what? Classes and objects, guys. If we take the Python also, we have the classes and objects. We have the Java also class and object. If we take the .NET, class and objects. If we take the Kotlin, class and objects. Because all object-oriented programming languages deals with what? Classes and objects, right? Exactly. Okay, see, all object-oriented programming languages supports like all object-oriented programming language deals with the class and objects, right? Exactly. And it supports like object-oriented methodologies. Yeah, object-oriented methodologies. Hmm. Yes, it supports like what? Object-oriented methodologies to write the programming, right? To develop the application, guys. To develop the application, right? So what are the object-oriented methodologies? Just like just like what? Inheritance is object-oriented methodology. Inheritance. Next one is what, guys? Inheritance. Okay. Polymorphism. Inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation, and what? Tell me, guys, encapsulation and abstraction, right? Exactly. Yes, it supports like object-oriented methodologies to develop the application, right? Exactly. Okay, see, if you take the all object-oriented programming languages, so best example of object-oriented programming languages are what? Java is object-oriented, and Python is object-oriented, and Kotlin is object-oriented, and Golang is object-oriented, .NET is object-oriented. Like multiple number of object-oriented programming languages are there, guys. You see, if you open any language, guys, Java, Python, Kotlin, Go, .NET, these all languages deals with the classes only. It means we have to define the class. Inside the class, you can define the methods and all. And we have to create the object. And it supports inheritance concept, polymorphism concept, encapsulation concept, abstraction concepts, right? Exactly. These all language supports everything, guys. See, if we take the Java we have the inheritance, guys. Python we have the inheritance. Inheritance means what? General meaning, acquiring the properties from the parent class to child class, right? Guys, acquiring the properties from what? Parent to child class, right? Exactly. Because you tell me, so coming to the Python and Java, is the inheritance meaning is changed? Guys, when coming to the Python and Java, is it inheritance meaning is changed or not changed? Guys, all object-oriented programming languages, classes common, objects common, oops features are common. Okay, the meaning is common, guys, but class means in Python also class we can derive the logic. In the Java also you write the logic. Kotlin also you can write the logic. In Java also object means like memory. Python is also object means memory. Kotlin also object like memory. Inheritance also same. Like this all the object-oriented features, guys. Classes, objects, inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation. These all are common for all languages, guys. Guys, is that Java to Python inheritance meaning is changed? Class meaning is changed? Object meaning is changed? So language to language, the oops meaning is not changed, guys. Only which one is changed? Tell me, guys. Only which one is changed? Please respond. Because language to language, I think meaning inheritance meaning is not changed, right? Python inheritance same, Java inheritance same, Kotlin inheritance same, Go inheritance same. Inheritance is same, meaning is same, right? Only which one is changed? Tell me then. Guys, all object programming languages, the meanings are same. Meanings are same. Only which one is different? Which one is differ? Why, please respond, guys. Why sitting silent? Theory class boring, huh? Theory class boring means Monday I'll start the practicals. At least today, bear the theory. So, because some important points only, right? So, we have the multiple object-oriented programming languages. In all object-oriented programming languages deals with the classes and objects only. Classes, objects, inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation, abstraction. But do you think like Python to Java, class meaning is changed? Huh? Yeah, Pradeep, exactly. So, Pradeep, can please send the message publicly so that everyone can see your answer. Hmm? Everyone can see your answers. Yeah, Pradeep. Yeah, language to language, what the meaning will be changed, same guys. It's language to language. The object-oriented meanings are same. Inheritance means what? Python is same meaning. Java is also same meaning. But which one is changed, guys? We have syntaxes will be changed, right? Exactly. Guys, that's what. If you know like one object-oriented programming language syntaxes, if you know one object-oriented programming language, then that guy can work with any language, guys. Because if I know Java syntaxes, what is a Java object orientation features and all. Okay, so tomorrow I want to change the Python. I want to work for the Python product. Definitely I can work with the Python product. So why means in Python also same class is the same inheritance is the polymorphism, encapsulation, everything is same, right? Only which one is changed, guys? Only syntax will be changed, right? So to habituate the syntaxes, it will may take like 1 or 2 days, or it may take 1 week. But definitely meaning is same is we can work with, right? Web services, guys, REST API call, SOAP call, REST calls, or web services concepts are there. Web services concept is same thing. .NET web services are same, Java web services are same, Android web services same. Meaning is common, guys. Process is common. If we change the technology, means what happened here? Only syntax will be changed. That's what the real-time employees are able to work with what multiple technologies, right? Guys, that's what the real-time employees are able to work with what multiple technologies. Guys, language to language object-oriented features are object-oriented programming features are same, but only which one is changed, guys? Hmm. Guys, tell me language to language. Language to language, the object-oriented, yeah, the object-oriented features are what? The object oriented, okay, the object oriented features features and meaning, features and meaning is same, guys, meaning is same, but syntax will differ, right? Syntax will differ, different. Is the point is clear? Yes, language to language, the object oriented features and meaning is same. Object oriented features, and what are the features are there, like inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation, abstraction, classes, objects, loose coupling. These all object oriented features are same, meanings are same. So inheritance means Python inheritance may same meaning, Java is also inheritance same meaning, right? But only which one is different, guys, here? But syntax will be different, right? Guys, but syntax will be different, right? Exactly. Guys, first one is like Java is architecture neutral language. Second is that Java is a portable language. Third one is that Java is object-oriented programming language. It supports like object features like inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation. So it supports like object-oriented methodologies, guys. These are methodologies to develop the application. Because inheritance is one methodology to develop the application. Polymorphism is one methodology to develop the application, right? Exactly. Because language to language, the object-oriented features and the meanings are same. Because language to language, the object-oriented features and meaning is same. Only which one is different, guys? Yeah. Guys, only which one is different here? Only which one is differ means? Only which one is differ means different means? Tell me guys, only which one is different here? The meaning is different, right? The meaning is like so meaning is same guys, syntax only syntaxes will be different, right? Yeah, that's the third feature of Java guys. Java is architecture neutral. Java supports like any hardware configurations. Once we develop the application using hardware configuration, 512 MB RAM and 80 GB hard disk, any hardware configuration using any hardware configurations like 512 MB RAM and 80 GB hard disk, that application will run on what? That application will run in any hardware configurations, right? Like 16 GB RAM and what 2 TB hard disk also, right? Exactly. This next point is like Java is a portable language, guys. Java supports any hardware configurations and supports all operating systems. This makes like Java is portable, right? Exactly. Third point is what Java is object oriented, guys. Java is object oriented means what all object oriented programming language supports. All object oriented programming language deals with the class and objects, guys. It supports the object oriented methodologies to develop the application, just like inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation, abstraction, right? Exactly. Note that language to language, all object oriented programming languages, guys, language to language meaning is same, only which one is different, guys. Syntax will be different, right? Exactly. The third point, guys. Good. Guys, fourth point is like Java is a dynamic language. Java is dynamic language. What's a dynamic language? Yes, their language are two types, guys. One is a static languages. The second one is what? Dynamic languages. The static language and dynamic languages. Static language means that language memory allocation done at memory allocation. Yes, memory allocation done at compile time. Done at uh, done at what? Compile time. That nature is called static languages, guys. Yes, memory allocation done at what? Compile time. That is called what? Dynamic language, static language, right? Exactly. Yes, best example C language. If you know C language, the pointers are pointing to memory during compilation itself, right? That's make like Java C language a platform dependent language, guys. That makes like C language, which language a platform dependent language, right? Yes, static language and dynamic language, guys. If memory allocation done at compile time means that is called static language. C language is static language, and Java is dynamic language, guys. Because in Java, compile time nothing is happen. Compile time nothing happen. Compile time just it is checking for syntax error. That's it. Guys, compile time just it is checking what to syntax errors, and memory allocation everything done at what only runtime, right? So in Java, memory allocation done at what? Memory allocation dynamic language means what? Memory allocation done at what? Runtime, right? Exactly. That's what you can say. Java is which language, guys? Here, dynamic language, right? Java, Python, this all like all object-oriented programming languages, guys. Java, Python, Kotlin, Go, .NET. These all are like dynamic languages only. It means the memory dynamically allocated at runtime. Guys, the memory allocation done at what? Runtime. Yes, you got the clarity, right? So static language means the memory location done at compile time. So C language is like static language, and Java is what type of language, guys? Here, dynamic language. Memory location, everything is done at what? Only runtime, right? Because memory location is done at what? Runtime, right? Exactly. Guys, are you clear now? Memory allocation, everything is done at runtime, right? Yeah. Memory allocation done at everything is done at what? Runtime, right? That's what makes the Java is which language, guys? Here, dynamic language, right? Guys, you can see the first point if I get like simple language. Yes, definitely Java is simple language, guys. So Java eliminates like all the difficult concepts like hmm, the fifth feature like Java is the first two actually. Java is simple is first point. Java technology has eliminated all the difficult concept and confusion oriented concept like pointers, multiple inheritance, operator overloading, uh, etc, right, etc. Then that's what Java makes very simple, guys. Definitely if you take the C language, pointers, multiple inheritance, operator overloading, these concepts are a bit complex to understand, guys. That's what they remove this kind of concepts. That's what Java becomes more simple. And Java is like more structured, guys. Java is more structured, so we can understand the coding step by step process. And Java uses mostly CCVP syntaxes, guys. Mainly the guys who knows like CCVP. That's for that guys, the Java become very familiar language, right? Exactly. If you don't know CCVP, it's not a problem, guys. Just the syntaxes are new. That's what I'm saying. Like the guys who are new to Java, every day try to do the practicals. If you postpone the practicals, then you are feeling difficulties about the syntaxes, right? Because if you do the practicals on the day basis, then you can understand the syntaxes, what the syntax are going on. If you are postpone the practicals means then what happened here? The syntaxes day by day, the syntaxes becomes difficult for you, right? Yes, day by day the syntaxes becomes what? Difficult for you. Yes or no? Hmm? That's what guys. Java is what type of language here? Java is a simple language, right? Yeah. Here's a Java simple language, guys. Next one is a platform independent language we done. Architecture neutral language, portable language, object oriented language. Java is robust language, guys. Robust means what? Strong, right? Yeah, Java is a strong language, guys. Java is robust language. Robust means simply strong. Java is robust because Java support like strong memory management is there in Java, which is like automatic memory management guys in Java. When you create the object, memory allocation is done. That useless objects are automatically destroyed by garbage collector concept is there. What is a garbage collector? I'll tell you later. But garbage collection concept will destroy the automatic memory management, guys. So Java is like robust language, guys. Robust means like it's a strong language. Robust means what? Strong, guys. Automatic memory management in Java with the help of garbage collector. Strong exception handling, guys. We can handle the errors in the application level very clearly. Strong exception handling is there. Strong type checking is there. Supports data structure. The above all points makes Java is what? Robust language, guys. Automatic memory management with help of garbage collector and exception handling, so to handle errors and all. Type checking mechanism, so generics are there. Supports data such as like array list, linked list, vector, stack, collections are there, right? That's what the above all points makes like Java is which language, guys? Here, robust language. Because robust means what? A strong language. Good. Guys, Java is secure language, guys, because see guys, security wise still the high one is like Java only. Java will give the more security, guys. Java will more secure language. So these days we have the Spring security is there. Spring framework is given the module like Spring security, guys, to make the application is more secure format. To provide the security to the Java, to provide the security, the Java provides one component inside the JVM. Security manager is there. The security manager is responsible in the JVM one component like security manager, guys. Actually, in multi-threading, who decide thread execution means thread scheduler. Thread scheduler is a component of the JVM. JVM contains the thread scheduler component, take care about the thread schedulings. JVM contains like a default exception handler, take care about the exception handling. Okay, JVM contains a security manager, take care about the security point of view. Yes, JVM contains a thread scheduler, take care about the thread schedulings. JVM contains what? Default exception handling, take care about the default exception handling, take care about exception handling. The JVM contains security manager, which will take care about the security, right? It will take care about the security, guys. Good. Because to provide the security to the application, Java security package is there. Java security package having some classes. Because Java security package having some classes to provide the security, right? Security to the application, right? Exactly. Yes, completely. We have one package, guys, in Java. Java.security package is there. Java.security package contains some class and interfaces to make that applications work secure, right? To make the application is what secure, right? Exactly. Is very clear now? Yeah, guys. Today we're discussing like one is like Java is architecture neutral language. Java is a portable language. Java is object oriented language. Java is like dynamic language. Java is dynamic language. Java is what? Simple language, right? And Java is robust language. And Java is what? A secure language. These are the 7 points we discussed today. And yesterday we done the some 3 points, guys. Yesterday what we done? So Java belongs to JDSC, Java to standard edition. Java is open source product. Java is a platform independent product. Is it clear now? Good. So Java is a dynamic language, distributed application, guys. Guys, distributed application means using Java, it is possible to develop the distributed application, guys. So using web services concepts are there. Using web services and RMI. So Java it is used to develop using Java it is possible to develop what a distributed application, guys. In simple word, I can tell you the what is the distributed application means in simple words. Guys, can you hear me? Yeah. I can tell you one word like distributed man. Can I write some points here? Secure language like JVM contains default exception handler. Okay, so default exception handler will take care about the exceptions. Is what I can say. JVM contains a default exception handler component which will take care about the exception handling, right? Will take care of the exception handling. The component is the JVM contains a default exception handler component. Will take care about the exception handling, right? Will take care about the exception handling, guys. And JVM contains, yeah. Next one is like JVM contains like thread scheduler, guys. We'll take care about the thread scheduling concept. Thread scheduler. JVM contains the thread scheduler will take care about the thread scheduling, right? Thread scheduling, guys. The same way, JVM contains what security manager component. JVM contains security manager will take care about the security of the application, right? JVM contains security manager will take care about the security, right? Yes, will take care about what? Okay, security, right? Exactly. As if you, it makes more meaning, right? Yeah, the JVM contains default exception handler will take care of the default exception handling concept. Yes, the JVM contains thread scheduler will take care of the thread scheduling. The JVM contains security manager will take care about the security, right? This will take care about what security, right? Exactly. Because 8 point is like Java is a distributed language, guys. What the meaning of the distributed means? Distributed means what? Interoperable components, guys. Like web services. It means I design one service, guys. That service can be accessed by any client. That kind of applications are called what? Distributed applications, guys. Once we design application, if we design the application, if isn't like you're designing one service, guys, that service can be accessed by only Java person, not like that, guys. See, for example, I design one payment gateway, guys, Razorpay or PayPal, something. I design one payment gateway. I design one service is there. That service can be used by Java client. That service can be used by Python client. That service can be accessed by .NET client also. I done my service using the Kotlin language. Guys, I created my service using one language. That service can be accessed by only Kotlin person, or it can be accessed by anyone. That service can be accessed by Java client, .NET client, Python client, any client can access, guys. That kind of applications are called what? Distributed applications, guys. Okay, so using Java, it is possible to develop what? Distributed applications, guys, using RMI and what? Web services concept, right? Using RMI and what? Web services concept, right? Exactly, guys. As you got the clarity now? You got the clarity, right? Exactly. So the 8 point, guys, Java is interpreted language, guys. So Java interpreted language means what? Java execution done by line format, guys. That's what you can say. Java is what? Interpreted, right? RMI is like technology, guys. Remote method invocation, Pradeep. RMI in the sense like remote method invocation. Before web services, we have the RMI concepts only. Using RMI, we are designing like distributed application. Present, we are using web services concepts. Present, we are using like what web services, right? Before web services, we are using RMI concepts. Before web services, we are using what? RMI concept, right? Exactly. JV mostly uses interpreter, guys, to convert the bytecode to what? Machine code, right? Yeah. Guys, interpreter means what? The Java execution done by line format, guys. The Java execution done by which format, guys? Here, line by line format, right? Exactly. Yes, Java execution done by line by line format, because Java JVM mostly use what? Interpreter to convert the bytecode to machine code. So what is the bytecode? What is machine code? I'll tell you later. But remember, like Java is interpreted language. It means Java execution done by Java execution is done line by line format, right? Exactly, guys. Yes, next one is like 10th point is like Java is high performance. Guys, I'm not saying like Java is a too much high performance. Performance is okay with the Java, guys. It's not like too much high level performance. When compared to Java, Python a little bit performance is good actually, because Python performance is good when compared to Java. Some multiple languages are there. Performance wise, okay. So we can't say like very good performance about the Java. Java performance is okay. Java supports a feature like security, robust, platform independent, dynamic, so that technology is a high performance center. Okay, fine. So not that much high performance, guys. Performance is okay about the Java. Hmm? Good. Performance is okay about the Java. Is it clear now? We have to talk about the facts, right? So I'm not saying as a faculty, sir, you are the Java faculty, you're saying performance is okay. We have to agree, guys. Don't like Java performance is very good and all. I can't say like that because even I'm working for the Python development. I'm working for the Python. I work for the Python when compared to Java. Python performance is definitely a bit good. That's what these days data science, machine learning. Why these guys are not using Java? Why they are using Python? One point is like Python technology gives them more libraries for the data science, and one point is like that, yes, but the main point is what performance also, and third point is like code flexibility. Okay, code flexibility also there in Python. Code flexibility is there, performance is there, libraries are there in Python. That's what they're going for the Python technology. But Java, okay, good. Python is always encouraging like Pradeep. The thing is like flexibility of coding. Less coding is there. Less coding is there. That's what coding is less means. What performance is good basically. You know, see, morning I took the Python class here. See this code here. If you take the code in the Python, actually in the Java, I know like in the Java, to write the code, to write this line in the Java, if you want to implement, you have to write the 20 lines of code. This line actually, you don't know what is this line, but to implement the syntax in Java, to implement these 2 lines of code in Java, we require the 20 lines of code. But Python is giving that much flexibility. You can give the for loops, if conditions, conversions, and everything is done in a single place. Expression. This is like conversion. This is like expression. This is like for loop. This is like if condition. It makes like Python is always encouraging single line of code. Python is always encouraging single line of code means what? Then definitely length of the code is reduced, the processing will be increased, right? Hmm? If more lines are there means more burden, right? Less lines are there means less burden. Hmm? Python is always flexible, man. Yeah, but Java future is more, man, when compared to Python. Java is like enterprise application, right? So Java is see guys, you can't like see Java faculty said Python is no use. Java Python faculty said Java is no use. But it's not like that, guys. But in the market, two are very dangerous and very important these days. Both are important, guys. Both are important. Hmm? So Java is a good for the enterprise application development, guys. Java is good for to develop the enterprise application, and Python is good for to develop the AML, machine learning, artificial intelligence, these concepts, guys. AML, these concepts like Python is definitely important, right? Exactly. Yeah, that is called high performances, guys. Next one is like Java is a multi-threaded. So Java supports like more libraries to support the multi-threading concept, guys. See, for example, C language doesn't support the multi-threading. CPP also doesn't support the multi-threading. But CPP supports multi-threading, they are saying. But in CPP to achieve the multi-thread programming, at least we have write 30, 40 lines of code. But in Java, to write the multi-thread example, just two, 3 lines are sufficient, yes. Executing more than one thread simultaneously is called multi-threading. Executing more than one thread is simultaneously called multi-threading. The main advantage of multi-threading is to the multimedia gaming application, right? Exactly. So Java is giving the more predefined support. Java is giving what? Java is giving more predefined support. Okay, Java is giving what? Java is giving like more predefined support to develop the multi-threaded example, right? Multi-threaded multi-threaded examples, right? Exactly. Guys, other languages are not giving that much predefined support, guys, but Java is giving like more predefined support to develop what multi-thread application, right? Exactly. Guys, Java is giving what Java is giving like more predefined support to develop what multi-thread example, right? Exactly. Okay, this is all about the features of Java, guys. So we got the complete idea about what the features and all. So total 11, and this is like 12. This is like 13. Yeah, 13. This is like 14. These points we discussed as itself, right? CoreJS belongs to JTSC part. Java is open source. Java is a platform independent language. Okay, sorry, clear. So this is all about the theory about your Java. Theory, guys, definitely theory. Architecture neutral, guys. It supports any hardware configuration. portable language because Java supports any hardware configurations and any operating system. That makes that this makes Java is portable. Java is object oriented, guys, because it supports like object oriented methodologies. So language to language, what happened, guys? Any syntax are changed here. Object oriented programming languages to language, any syntax are changed. Syntax are not changed, right? Which one is changed, guys? Only the mean. Sorry, the meaning is not changed, guys. Only the syntaxes will be changed, right? Yes, meaning is not changed. Only the syntaxes will be syntaxes will be changed, right? Exactly. Because Java is a dynamic language, guys. So static languages are two types, guys: static language and dynamic languages. Java is a dynamic language. Dynamic language means what? Memory allocation done at what? Runtime, right? And Java is definitely a simple language, guys. Java is a robust language. Java is a secure language. Java is distributed language, interpreted language, high performance, multi-threaded. Core JS belongs to JTSC part. So we are taking the JTSC classes now. Java is open source product. Java is a platform independent product. Okay, sorry, clear now? Guys, this is all about the theory. Try to check the theory. Definitely this video also uploaded in the YouTube itself. Just you can check that link. Just you can search in the link like core job by Mr. Ram 8 a.m. class. Then you get that demo 3. Just you can try to check the demo 3 once. Hmm? Good. Guys, you try to complete the formalities and you enter the mail IDs here so that I will send you the material PDF documents to your mail IDs. Okay. After the class, you enter the mail IDs, guys, and I'll share the PDF documents and materials and video links to you. Is it clear now? Yeah. That's all for today class, guys. So next class will be on Monday. The guys who are going to continue from Monday onwards, try to complete the formalities, try to take the new link. Bye. Is any questions, please? Guys, any questions? Bye, guys. Monday will meet. Monday will meet.